Where?
Jen.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Tanya Martinez, and we'll be discussing bilingual education to acculturate or assimilate. Across the United States, many school districts have formally adopted bilingual education in the 1960s and the 70s. However, according to studies broadcasted by PBS, bilingual education and even native language schooling has been a major facet of education in the United States since the very beginning. The issue is still among us on how we should educate non-English speakers. By teaching children academic subjects in their native tongue, while at the same time offering them English language instruction, students can learn the language and continue to progress academically. Those who oppose bilingual education argue that it inhibits a child's ability to acquire English quickly. They believe in order to succeed in America, children need to master the language and values of the dominant culture. In this video, 4 children are followed by a documentary on their journey to becoming bilingual.
In America, we should speak English. I don't think I should be paying my taxes for someone else to learn a language.
America is rapidly becoming a Tower of Babel. Instead of worrying about whether immigrants can learn English, you need to make sure your child can speak Spanish. English is part of our national identity. It's part of our blood. We have to be able to understand each other very well. We can't do that if we speak separate languages. Told late yesterday in the Senate to make English the national language.
What is bilingual education? The goals of bilingual education are to develop high levels of proficiency in the student's native language in English, performing at or above grade level in academic areas in both languages, demonstrating positive cross-cultural attitudes and behaviors, and high levels of self-esteem. Schools that use two-way bilingual programs have shown a balance in academics and social development in two languages by emphasizing them equally. Rather than being viewed as problem students, minority students are highly valued and their language knowledge is used as a resource. We have two types of education as an example of the bilingual ed program. And one of them is the dual immersion program, which include native English speaking students and native speakers of a foreign language. The goals of this program is to develop bilingualism, biliteracy, academic achievement, and cross-cultural competencies for all students. We also have the ESL program, which is English as a second language, where non-English speaking students are placed in English speaking classrooms for part of the day. The other part of the day, the students are in a classroom with a trained ESL instructor where they receive individual and concentrated instruction on the learning of English. It also uses direct and intense instructions to help them learn the language faster and be able to join the regular classes.
In this video, we'll see an example of dual immersion in a Chinese classroom.
classroom, and then generally they will surpass their peers. But it does take time, and you have to really believe. 小朋友早晨，你哋可唔可以同我講早晨啊？你哋話周早晨。哇！小朋友你做得非常之好喎。Eventually, at the end of an immersion program, not only will the child have learned all of the concepts that English-only child has learned in his or her classroom, he or she also will have the benefit of learning, having a second language. 我名叫体育生。My English name is Jake. 我现在要特别谢谢大家接待他们的时间，我们家接下来
Okay. The University of Michigan has expressed two major issues against bilingual education. In the article, the university explains bilingual education is very costly. It does cost more to educate minority language students in bilingual classes than it does to run dominant language only programs. Although bilingual classrooms are more expensive, studies show that it is most effective way of teaching limited English proficiency students. An alternative to bilingual education is these immersion classes, which studies have shown are also effective. In a country made up of immigrants, there should be some reform as to how to educate them in a successful and less costly way. The second concern of bilingual education is that it allows minority language speakers to resist assimilation and avoid the dominant language. Citizens have expressed how foreigners want to live as part of a mainstream society but are unwilling to change or give up their language or culture. Although young people of limited English proficiency need and want to be fluent in English to enter into the mainstream of this nation, they have much more to offer from their diversified languages and cultural backgrounds. Minority languages speakers should have the right to maintain their first language and cultures and be able to learn English.
If not, the result is not only do young students lose their cultural heritage and the ability to speak to their extended family in their native tongue, but they deny themselves career opportunities.